Hello design lovers, welcome to Arch Zenith channel. Ever scroll through Instagram or Pinterest, looking at these breathtaking, luxurious apartments, and then look around your own small space and just feel stuck? You think, I could never have that. My place is too small, too cramped. My budget is too tight. Well, what if I told you that luxury has nothing to do with square footage and everything to do with strategy? Welcome, and I'm here to let you in on a little secret. Making your small apartment look and feel expensive is not about buying the most expensive things. It's about making intelligent choices. Today, I'm giving you my top 10 professional hacks that will transform your compact space from cluttered to curated, from cramped to cosmopolitan. These are the exact principles I use for my clients. So, grab a notebook, because we're about to unlock the designer's secrets to elevated small space living in 2025. Hack number 1. The art of the monochromatic base. Let's start with the absolute foundation of any expansive-looking space, the color palette. And for small apartments, this is your most powerful tool. The first hack is to create a monochromatic base layer. Now, monochromatic doesn't mean boring or all white. It means picking one core color, be it a soft gray, a warm beige, a serene sage green, and using 3 to 5 different shades, tones, and tints of that same color throughout your core elements. Think about it. What's the first thing you notice in a high-end hotel room or a designer showroom? It's the seamless, cohesive flow. There's no visual chaos. By painting your walls, choosing your large area rug, and selecting your primary sofa or bed frame, all within the same color family, you instantly create a sense of expansiveness. The eye glides smoothly across the room without getting jarred or stopped by competing colors. This is the core of what's trending right now in quiet luxury and elevated minimalism. It's about a soothing, harmonious backdrop. So, your walls might be a light oat milk color, your sofa a shade darker, like a warm taupe, and your rug the darkest shade of that same brown family. You're creating depth and sophistication without the visual noise that makes a small room feel even smaller. Now, you might be worried, won't that be boring? Absolutely not. This monochromatic base is your canvas. It's the calm, sophisticated backdrop that will make your art, your textiles, and your one or two statement decor pieces pop like crazy. We'll get to that in a later hack. Trust me, this is the #1 thing you can do to look like you hired a designer. Hack number 2. Strategic lighting. Ditch the overhead. Hack number 2 is all about atmosphere, and nothing, I mean nothing, cheapens a space faster than harsh, single-source overhead lighting. You know, the one blinding ceiling fixture in the middle of the room. Expensive spaces have layers of light. So, our hack is to create a layered lighting scheme and banish the big light. Think of lighting in 3 layers: ambient, task, and accent. Your overhead light can be part of your ambient layer, but it should be dimmable, or even better, swapped for something with a warmer tone. The real magic, however, happens at eye level. This is where you add your task lighting, like a beautiful, sculptural floor lamp arching over your reading chair, or a small table lamp on your console table. The third layer, accent lighting, is the secret weapon. This is where you add LED strip lights on the underside of your floating shelves to create a gorgeous glow, or a small, sleek puck light inside a display cabinet to highlight your favorite objects. This technique, often called architectural grazing, adds a level of detail and intentionality that screams luxury. The goal is to have at least 3 to 4 different light sources in any given room. Use warm white bulbs, around 2700 Kelvin, to create that inviting, cozy, high-end feel. When you layer your lighting, you create pools of light and shadow that add drama, dimension, and make your room feel larger and infinitely more expensive. It's all about crafting a mood, not just illuminating a box. Hack number 3. Texture, texture, texture. Alright, we have a calm, monochromatic base and beautiful, layered lighting. Now, how do we keep that from feeling cold or sterile? This is where hack number 3 comes in. Become a master of texture. In the absence of multiple colors, texture is what creates visual and tactile interest. It's what makes a space feel rich, layered, and inviting. Imagine a room with a smooth leather sofa, a nubby wall throw, a sleek marble side table, a woven seagrass basket, and a plush high-pile velvet cushion. Even if all these items are in the same neutral color family, the room feels dynamic and deeply curated. Your eye moves from one interesting surface to another. This is a key element of the coastal grandmother trend and modern organic style, which is still huge for 2025. So, how do you apply this? Be very intentional with your material choices. Mix hard and soft surfaces. Combine natural materials like wood and stone with soft textiles like linen, buccal, and chenille. Don't be afraid to add something metallic for a touch of shine. Brushed brass or matte black are great choices. Run a mental checklist on your soft furnishings. Do you have something nubby, something smooth, something shiny, and something rough? This textural contrast is what gives a room its soul. It's the difference between a room that looks like a catalogue and one that feels like a home, a very, very expensive home. Hack number 4. Strategic mirrors and the illusion of space. This next hack is a classic for a reason, but I'm going to tell you the designer way to do it. Hack number 4 is to use mirrors as strategic architectural elements. We all know mirrors make a space feel larger. They reflect light and views, effectively doubling the visual real estate in a room. But placing a small, generic mirror haphazardly won't give you that high-end result. The key is to think of a mirror not just as a functional object, but as a piece of art and a window. Instead of one small mirror, consider a large, leaning floor mirror. This draws the eye up and creates a grand, statement-making effect. Place it strategically across from your best light source, like a window, to bounce as much natural light around the room as possible. Another trending idea is to use a collection of mirrors, a gallery wall of mismatched but stylistically similar. Vintage mirrors in ornate frames adds incredible character and depth. Or opt for a single, oversized mirror with an interesting frame. Think a thin, black metal frame for a modern look, or a weathered wood frame for an organic, modern vibe. The goal is to enhance the sense of space and light while adding to your decor. A well-placed, beautifully framed mirror is a double-duty piece that is absolutely worth the investment. It's one of the most effective renter-friendly hacks to dramatically alter the perception of your space without a single renovation. Hack number 5. Furniture with visual breathability. Now, let's talk about your furniture choices. In a small apartment, every piece needs to earn its keep. Hack number 5 is to choose furniture with legs and visual weightlessness. Heavy, blocky furniture that sits directly on the floor can make a room feel anchored, stuffed, and, frankly, cheaper. What you want to look for is furniture that has exposed legs. A sofa with slender, visible legs, an armchair that's perched up, a console table or a bed frame that is elevated off the floor. This creates what we call visual breathability. You can see the floor continuing underneath the furniture, which makes the room feel more open and airy. This principle is a cornerstone of curated, clutter-free living. It also makes cleaning so much easier. A vacuum can glide right under. The aesthetic you're going for is light and lifted, not heavy and grounded. Even in a more maximalist room, furniture with legs helps to balance the abundance of decor and prevents the space from feeling overwhelmed. So, next time you're shopping for a new key piece, run your eye down to its base. Are there legs? Are they substantial but not clunky? That simple detail can be the difference between a piece that shrinks your room and one that enhances it. Hack number 6. The power of a single statement piece. With all this talk of a calm base and breathable furniture, you might be thinking your space will lack personality. Enter hack number 6. Invest in one undeniable statement piece. Expensive spaces aren't filled with dozens of small, forgettable items from the same fast fashion home store. They have a mix of high and low, and they always feature one or two incredible, conversation-starting focal points. This is the hero of your room. It could be a single, stunning piece of original art above your sofa. It could be a beautifully designed, iconic armchair, like a vintage find or a modern sculptural chair. It could be an incredible, dramatic light fixture, or it could be a unique, handcrafted side table. This piece does a lot of heavy lifting. It tells a story. It shows confidence in your design choices. You're saying, this is the star, and everything else is here to support it. This aligns perfectly with the slow decor movement, which is all about buying fewer but better things that you truly love. By having one clear star, you prevent your small space from feeling cluttered with competing interests. Your eye has a place to land and rest, and that single moment of high design elevates the entire room. Everything else around it instantly looks more intentional. Hack number 7. Intentional and scaled art. Speaking of art, let's dive deeper because this is where most people go wrong. Hack number 7 is to go big and intentional with your art. The most common mistake I see in small apartments is a tiny, lonely picture frame floating in the middle of a huge, empty wall. It instantly looks timid and out of place. The designer move is to choose art that is properly scaled to your wall and your furniture. A single large format piece of art above your sofa or bed is far more impactful than a cluster of small ones. It creates a bold, confident focal point. If you love gallery walls, that's fantastic, but make it a proper filled-in collection. Use a large wall space and frame your pieces consistently for a cohesive look. Another huge trend for 2025 is the object shelfie. Instead of just books and knickknacks, treat your shelves like a curated art installation. Lean a large, framed print or painting at the back of a shelf. Layer in a small sculpture and add a piece of beautiful ceramic art. This creates depth and a museum-like quality. Remember, your art doesn't have to be expensive. You can find amazing digital prints online and have them printed large format at a copy shop or frame a beautiful textile. The key is the scale and the confidence with which you display it. And there you have it. 10 designer hacks to make your small apartment look truly expensive. From the monochromatic base to the strategic statement piece, these principles are about being smart and intentional. Remember, luxury is a feeling, not a price tag. Which hack are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, do me a huge favor and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe for more interior design secrets. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.